Good morning, it is Thursday the 2nd of October and this is your news today. Coming up, breaking news, Jane Goodall, the legendary conservationist, dies at 91. Plus, Erin Patterson returns to court today as the deadline for her appeal looms. And meet Chunk, the chubby champion of Fat Bear Week.
But first up, let's head to Queensland, where parts of the state are on fire alert. Bans extending across even more regions as police charge a man accused of deliberately lighting blazes. Let's go live to Today Queensland reporter Andrea Crothers, who joins us from Brisbane. Andrea, how long will the bans last?
Good morning, Sarah. Those total fire bans expected to remain in place for at least the next 5 days. They now cover a whopping area across southern and southeast Queensland, stretching from Gladstone in central all the way down to the Gold Coast. Why? Well, authorities are on high alert due to hot, dry, windy conditions, chance of thunderstorms with dry lightning, further putting authorities on alert over the danger of fire. Already there are 30 blazes burning across the state. And how's this? Just overnight, police charging a 27-year-old man in Chinchilla in the Western Downs. He is accused of deliberately lighting 6 vegetation fires during this fire ban. He's due to face court today.
All right, Andrea, thank you. Well, Jane Goodall, the world-renowned animal rights campaigner and primate expert, has died of natural causes at the age of 91. Her Conservation Institute announced her passing while on a speaking tour in the US. Dr. Goodall's fieldwork with chimpanzees gave the world unique insights into their emotions and personality traits, bridging the gap between humans and the animal kingdom.
Mushroom cook killer Erin Patterson will be back in court today as her lawyers seek more time for her to lodge an appeal against her murder convictions. Let's go live to Christina Hearn at Supreme Court in Melbourne. Chris, good morning. She's hired a new lawyer.
Charles, it's being reported that Erin Patterson has engaged prominent human rights lawyer Julian McMahon SC, probably most well known for representing members of the Bali Nine. Today in court, her legal team will be applying for more time to lodge an appeal. Erin Patterson had 28 days to lodge that appeal from the day of sentencing, which means that deadline expires at midnight on Monday. It means she will be granted an extra 28 days. She will not have to explain why she wants the extra time. In court, Erin Patterson is also expected to apply for legal aid funding to help pay for that appeal, since there is a restraining order on her $1.2 million Leongatha home. The triple murderer will be appearing via video link in court today. Charles.
Chris, thank you.
The Albanese government is scrambling to create new laws after revelations Labor failed to implement a critical 000 watchdog despite recommendations introduced almost a year ago. The safeguard, had it been in place, would have forced Optus to alert authorities of the recent outages linked to 3 deaths. Communications Minister Annika Wells is now fast-tracking new legislation within a month. If you're looking for a reminder to do your tax, consider this exactly that. With just 30 days left on the financial calendar to lodge your tax return, the ATO has announced millions of Aussies still need to complete theirs, risking a severe financial penalty if the October 31st deadline is missed. Well, AFL traditionalists, myself included, have fired up after the code killed off the centre bounce. The league bowing to pressure, saying that protecting the well-being of umpires played a key factor in their decision. Former Essendon captain James Hird isn't a fan, claiming it will take craft out of ruck work. Well, to breaking news now, and the Israeli Navy has begun intercepting vessels trying to get to Gaza as part of a flotilla to deliver aid. This radio message sent out warning the boats to change course.
This is the Israeli Navy. You are approaching a blockaded zone. If you wish to deliver aid to Gaza, you may do so through the established channels.
Let's go live to 9 Europe correspondent Jessica Millwood, who joins us from London. Jess, you've spoken to one of the activists on board. What have they said?
Sarah, good morning. There are 6 Australians taking part in this flotilla that left Spain around a month ago. They are approaching Gaza. One of the Australians, Juliette Lamont, we've been speaking to her throughout the afternoon. She is on board a vessel that is right now charging towards the Gaza Strip. That is despite the IDF intercepting a number of vessels. We've seen video of the IDF ordering people to get into boats to throw their phones into the water. But I spoke to Juliet around half an hour ago and she is still on board Wahoo, which at this stage is still powering towards Gaza. Take a look.
They shone really bright lights into our faces. We all put the surrender hands up. They did about 3 times and now they're gone. Other boats are still being intercepted. It feels like a kind of cat and mouse game.
The signals on board the vessels are being jammed and organisers say that they are working to establish the welfare of those on board. We understand Greta Thunberg is one of those who have been taken into IDF custody. Sarah?
All right, Jess, thank you.
Robert Irwin has put the wild in Wildlife Warrior, ripping off his shirt in a saucy salsa performance on Dancing with the Stars. That's called a salsa. Live to US correspondent Reid Butler in Hollywood. Reid, the crowd loved it.
Absolutely. The judges did say his salsa was a little bit rigid, but that's how I dance, right? Rigid. Robert Irwin, he was absolutely killing it here at Television City Studios in Los Angeles with his partner, Whitney, who is monitoring his DMs because understandably they are blowing up. He is hot property here in the United States and his partner doesn't want Robert getting distracted.
I am banking them for when the time is right after the season because we cannot be distracted.
But he can't ignore those comments that are on his Instagram video of the dance. A lot of thirsty Americans, including Penelope, who has to keep reminding herself that Robert's 21 years of age, but she reasons if anyone can handle a cougar, he is blowing up here in the United States. Charles, a lot of Hemsworth comparisons on the US version of Dancing with the Stars.
That's the way to do it. Keep the Aussie thing happening.
Yeah.
Thank you, Reid.
That is a tough act to follow. In other news, former US Vice President Kamala Harris is coming back down under to headline a leadership summit in Sydney and Canberra. The Democratic nominee for the 2024 presidential election will touch down in February, talking to Lee Sales as part of the Women Unlimited Summit. Harris was last here in May for a property conference on the Gold Coast. Meghan Markle's estranged father has reportedly been impacted by the earthquake in the Philippines. The Duchess of Sussex's half-sister, Samantha Markle, posted on social media saying Thomas Markle Sr. was not hurt, but was stuck on the 19th floor of an apartment and unable to walk. A magnitude 6.9 quake has killed dozens of people while rescue efforts are ongoing. There's been a gas explosion in an apartment block in the Bronx in New York, which has caused significant damage to the building. The sound of a loud boom echoed through the neighbourhood, blowing a massive chunk off the high-rise. Wow. Amazingly, though, no one has been injured. And a resilient brown bear has overcome a broken jaw to take the title in this year's Fat Bear Week. Meet Chunk the champion, who managed to pile on the kilos, prepping for hibernation despite his injuries. He scored the most online votes, beating runner-up Bear 856 by 30,000 votes. Win or lose, though, all big bears are now ready to sleep the winter away. Poor Bear 856. Imagine being reduced to a number, Charles. It's just not fair.
Had a good time with that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, James Tedesco has been crowned the best player of the NRL season, the 2019 winner, taking out his second Dally M medal, finishing 22 points clear of Nathan Cleary.
He was also named Captain of the Year, and the Rooster skipper won the game's top individual honour a year after he lost his spot in the Blues and Kangaroos teams.
I always strive to be the best player I can be, the best version of myself, and that's when rep honours and individual awards come along with that. So that's not my full motivation. I just want to be the best player I can be the best leader I can for the Roosters, and then we do that consistently, get rewards like this. So yeah, super proud to win.
The NRLW award went to Tamika Upton, who became the first woman to win the Dally M medal twice.
Congratulations to them both. Let's take a look now at the weather right across the country. And a warm 35 degrees is on the way for Brisbane, and a partly cloudy and windy 27 degrees is expected for Sydney.
Yeah, some showers about in Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart and Adelaide. It will be fine for Perth and Alice Springs.